Hold up, wait a minute. What's going on, y'all? It is a rainy storm. Crew, aka Rainy Storm, checking in for the November 2023 astrology. What's going on, y'all? What's good? I'm sorry. This is the second time I'm going live on the laptop, so I gotta get adjusted. I promise I'm gonna get my setup back. I promise I'll get it back one of these days. It's just I've been kind of readjusting. Um kind of like out of my ordinary place and space. So I've been having to adjust the scene. But I wanted to come over here and do this live. I feel like I'm I feel like I'm on the radio or something when I did my little intro today. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing great. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Rainy Storm. I am your cosmic root work astrologer specializing in karmic evolutionary astrology, as known as Mars activations. One time on the track was good, Stray. And I am definitely coming back better than ever this season. It's been a long time coming. I had to look back on my old stuff from 2020 until now, and I've just been kind of like, yo, where is it at? Where is the tea? Where's the fire? What we doing here, girl? This is your bag. This is your passion, your everything. So I just want to really hold myself to it and really get y'all going again like we was when I first really started dropping it on the dime in 2020 and everything like that. So I do appreciate y'all coming through. I will have the new website out sometime this weekend, 1st of November. It's probably gonna be when Saturn goes direct in Pisces. And I'll have that up for you. I'll also be having the astrology series, the basics of astrology, the one-on-one series available. We'll be covering the zodiac signs, the planetary signs, houses, and aspects. If it's your first time, it could be a little bit of a refresher for you, but if you just want to learn a little bit more about astrology or you just want to support the kid, that'll also be there available for you as well. I will be adding some new services specifically on events. So if you want to book me for your events, I also do travel. So holla at me, let me know. Also, too, I'll be offering one-on-one mentorships as well. I'll only have like probably 2 to 3 slots available for that. I'm still debating what I want to do or how much that's gonna, how much I could kind of squeeze in and things like that. But other than that, you already know what it is. I want to kind of channel first, and then we're going to get into the astrology of November 2023. I know the last time we talked on the live, y'all was telling me, hey, I kind of want to do, like, can you just teach? You know what I mean? I did put what's it called? A poll on the community section of the YouTube. So I'm asking y'all, when exactly would y'all like me to go live? Sunday is in the league right now, but if there's any dates and times or any days of the weeks and times that everybody will be here collectively for me to go live, I definitely want to do a live at least 2 to 3 times a month. So just to kind of check in with y'all and stuff like that and go over some things as well. I definitely will be dropping new videos this week as well. I'm really excited about that. So y'all definitely make sure y'all look out for that. We're gonna be hopping into. I know we did the moon signs already, but I'm gonna be diving deeper into the moon signs and talking about like past lives and also talking about not just past lives but like the divine feminine energy within the moon. I just really feel like right now we're at a pivotal time of transformation, especially being in Scorpio season, just with the world and different changes and things like that. And I just feel like just getting back with your moon energy or understanding your moon energy on a deeper level, and not just the way you would handle your emotions, but more so like past life stuff. I think it would really be beneficial for all of us collectively to really be on and stuff like that. What's good, existence? Yes, I am alive. I am alive. I know y'all checked out a little bit. I that the Venus retrograde this year, it was pretty good. It was pretty good to me, but I did have some hiccups in that Venus retrograde, and then Mars and Gemini from last year into this year was pretty rough and tough on me. So I had to kind of, and I was in the midst of my Saturn return until March. So it was it was a rough year. I'm gonna do like a Saturn return update on some things and just talk to y'all about some of the things that I've learned over the time and things like that. So, but yes, I am alive. I am good. I'm well. Um, and I hope y'all are too. But I'm going to, like I said, start off with some channel messages, and then we'll get into, I'm not going to do the rising signs. I'm just kind of covering what's going on, just a summary of what's going on in November 2023. And then we can move from there. I'm already knowing anytime you go live, it's going to be a crazy chance. It's about to be. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. No, I finished my Saturn return. I'm Saturn Aquarius. So I'm already pretty much wrapped up my Saturn return. It's still, even it's interesting because even though Saturn is in Pisces right now, there's a part of me that still feels this like residual energy from Saturn and Aquarius. And maybe because Pluto's about to be in Aquarius in January, maybe that's why, but I still feel like this residual, like I'm like having to pull the dirt off my chest, like, okay. I was buried for so long, now I have to bury myself up out of this kind of thing. So, but yeah, so there's a couple things that I've been picking up for this month that I've been feeling, just like I said, beyond just the astrological planetary energies and things. And one of the things that's deeply been coming up for me, especially just knowing that, and just some of the things that I've also seen too, this energy of things coming back, like old ancient things, not to say that they ever left, but just things that have um we've known to be as myths, the things that we've known to be as just like a story in time, right, in our history, those things being revitalized, like we're meeting these things again, we're becoming aware of these again, and not just the exposure of the world and what's been revealed to us in, but like spiritually, there are going to be things in this month and moving into December that I feel like we're going to become more aware that is very real. And I feel like it's gonna kind of shake things up in a real way. You know, I know we've been hearing about a lot of stuff that's been going on overseas, and just even the stuff that's been going on in the US for, I mean, years on. And I think everything, because Pluto and Capricorn is coming to a halt, we've been in a space where things have been, I guess you can say, more so than revealed. They have been more so like everything's been falling. The thing, this the song that's coming in my mind is London Bridges Falling Down. I don't know why that's coming in my head. And not the Fergie song, but like I just keep hearing London Bridges falling down, like these pinnacles of, or structures, could say, of things that are or have been built over time. They're starting to fall. And I know when we look around in the world, there's a lot of people kind of losing faith in humanity. But I just want y'all, and just even remind y'all, because this is some of the stuff that I even, just a little bit of what I touched on the last video that I did, the last live that I was on. And just know that because the veil is thin, there's a lot of things that we're not able to see right now, that we're not aware that is actually here and exist, that is actually permeating this reality as we are here, that is actually moving through this reality with us as we are here. Scorpio always is the sign of transformation, deep transformation, below the surface transformation. It's the energy that gets really, really deep, and it goes beyond the dirt, it gets into the roots, it pulls everything up. And because we have so much energy in Taurus and it's sitting on the opposite side of Scorpio, Jupiter, and Uranus, this is like shakeups, groundbreaking shakeups. Not only do we have Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, the shakeups will feel like it's honestly kind of given like I'm thinking the first thing that's coming to my mind is like earthquake energy, like things, the foundation or whatever was once um built, or whatever we used to see that was like really solid, it just all comes crumbling down at this point. um Conspiracy theories, even though I know we could say this as Scorpio, but we can also say this as like Aquarius. um this energy of Scorpio likes to penetrate things, right? It likes to, it's always searching for the deeper truth, the deeper meaning of things, the deeper meaning of life. I know we could say that about Sagittarius, but before we get to before we get to Sagittarius, we got to go through Scorpio first. So once Scorpio goes through this idea of truth and seeking and knowing, right, we get to Sagittarius. And that energy is like, because I went through the dark, because I went through the fire, I can speak on my experiences for what I've seen and what I know. And then we get the Capricorn season. It's like, okay, I can build on this now. I can build on what I've been through. I can build on what I've experienced. I can build on what I know. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind as we move through Scorpio season. There might just be a lot of um, energy. Like people might just feel really tired at this point in time, because it could feel kind of like the energy from when the North Node was in Taurus and the South Node was in Scorpio. I feel like this is like the cycle that is closing in this energy with November. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind as we move through November 2023 into the rest of this month, and how that could possibly shake things up just for you on a personal level. But all in all, let's go ahead and get to the um astrology of it all. First and foremost, we will have the Sun in Scorpio uh oppose Jupiter in Taurus. This energy will definitely be, once again, this shakeup energy in the foundations. So if you want to subscribe to like old things, or there was things that um I would say, because they're two fixed signs, so it's like one of those things where you've held on to these things for so long, but then at the same time you got to go through this Phoenix energy with Scorpio. So it kind of like breaks the monotony. It kind of um it wants to break the monotony, when it comes to the things that it sees, the things that it knows. um Venus and Virgo will oppose Neptune and Pisces on November 3rd. What's going on, Andre? Welcome in. I'm just going over November 2023 astrology. Venus and Virgo will oppose Neptune and Pisces. Because we look at Venus being the planet of partnerships, relationships, and things like that. Things can become muddled in relationships this month, like a little bit, uh, I would say it when it comes to just, especially like anything that has to do with like business relationships, because Virgo is Earth. So it might be more so a focus on or grounding some type of relationships, or grounding some type of business or career things. The things might just become a little muddled this month. You might not know exactly what you want to do. There's a lot of people that I've seen that are like leaving their jobs, or changing their positions, or changing where it is that they want to be, or it's just like, I can't do this. This is not what I'm doing anymore. So you might even see that there might be people leaving their places of work, or even being laid off from their jobs due to outside circumstances. So I just want to let y'all know that this might be a little bit muddled collectively for people moving forward and stuff like that. So if things start to become kind of a little bit confusing during this week of like, you know, do I want to stay at this thing, or do I want to continue this partnership, or you know, you might want to start having these conversations, you know what I'm saying, like with yourself, or maybe talk to like a trusted friend or advisor or counselor or therapist, or somebody of like maybe like future forward moving decisions that you want to make, or even like a life coach or something like that, because it could feel a little, like I said, it could feel a little muddled here. The next day we do have Mercury and Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus. Um, Mercury and Scorpio, like I said, it wants to get to the absolute bottom of things. It's kind of like a crime scene investigator or some type of investigator, like really digging into the nitty gritty of something. You definitely want to see where Scorpio is this month, what house is moving through. Uranus is the energy of shakeups. It's the energy of rebellion as well. And also electricity. I would not be surprised if we're already been having like electrical issues, and I talked a little bit about that the last video we had, but I would not be surprised if there was some information that came more out about the electricity, that came out about the electricity in terms of weather as well, or something that has to do with, if it's not something that has to do with like weather, it has to do with some type of like connectivity or something like that. So definitely look out this day or this particular week, this next week, when it comes to like connections or internet connections and things like that, because that could definitely be like a shake up there. um we then have Saturn moving direct in Pisces, which will be, now we done had Saturn in Pisces since we had Saturn in Pisces since March 7th, and it went on till like June 17th. So because now it's turning direct, you kind of want to go back to what was going on March 7th through March 7th through June 17th, because now the Saturn is moving direct and you've had this time to reflect. Um no, it was direct. Did I say that? It was direct March 7th through June 17th. And then it went retrograde after that. So go back to March 7th to June 17th to see exactly what was going on at that time. And it, with it going direct, there might be some things that pop up in your life that you're like, oh, wait, wasn't I kind of dealing with this a couple months ago? And those things either need to be cleared or they just need to be readdressed. Because those are, like I said, those are some of the themes that could be coming up specifically during this time once Saturn goes direct, which thank God it is direct. I understand retrogrades and I get retrogrades, but I'm really excited for Saturn to move forward, be in this forward moving motion, because it's like it's already a clash for Saturn to be in Pisces in general, but for it to be like retrograde, it's like a slow moving turtle or a tortoise. I swear to God, it's just like which maybe Pisces needs to be out with the mutability, but it's just like, okay. So thank God Saturn is in Pisces. Hurrah. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. Um, the next thing that we're gonna have for the week is Venus and Virgo trine Pluto and Capricorn. If there is any moves, any planning, or anything that you need to make, anything that you want to strategize, this would be a good day to do that with Venus here. If you want to ask somebody to kind of look over something that you got going on, definitely. If you need some type of like advice to this day, like if you need to talk to somebody maybe about a problem or issue that you've been having, I definitely feel like this would be a good time. I keep speaking on therapy or some form of, if it's not like full blown out therapy, some form of like counsel. I think this week, I think in retrospect would be a really really good day to like come through and um have somebody to talk to and have somebody to kind of work through and go over things with for sure. Um, let's see. The next date we have is Mercury and Scorpio trine Neptune and Pisces. This is where things get a little confuddled with here. Um, so whereas Mercury and Scorpio, like I said, kind of wants to get to the bottom of things, it's deep, penetrative. It also can be a little obsessive here with this energy. Neptune and Pisces is the grandmaster of escapism. So I'll just say this: when it comes to any type of substances, any kind of form of like escape, because right now a lot of this is at an all-time high right now. If you've noticed that you've maybe been hitting it tough on the phone or any type of electronical devices that you feel pretty pulled into, I would definitely say maybe give this day to maybe take a little rest from some things, maybe take a rest and recoil and maybe do some writing or something like that, some journaling, just anything that's away from the screen and the computer, because it can like really suck you in. It can really like pull your energy is what I'll say. So definitely take some time to like maybe take like a little social media break if you can, or just take some time to like step away from the screens and computer from this day for sure. Now we do have moving into that next week, we will definitely have Venus and Libra coming through with the quickness. Now we all know that Venus and Libra loves being in his home sign, Venus and Libra. I just think it's going to be a little different this year because the South Node is in Libra. Not to say that South Node stuff is all bad. Now, if you've had anything coming to you, like I said, go ahead and look to see where Venus is moving through your chart. But if you've had anything that you needed to come back to you, you know that Venus is the attractor energy, is what you're attracting to you. So those things might come in. But honestly, also, especially with Venus and Libra, it can support the energy, but because we just had an eclipse in Libra, it can also be a little, I don't know. I would say for this, with Venus and Libra transit, whatever the situations that pop up or come up, just try to find some type of equilibrium in these situations, because it literally can go one or the other way. Specifically, Venus and Libra, yes, is in its home sign. It's a very well placed, placement here and things like that. But like I said, South Node being there, it could kind of feel like a push and pull. You know what I mean? It's like South Node wants you to release or find balance in it, but Venus wants to give you something, or, bring some type of material gains, partnerships, romantic ships, all those kind of things within this energy. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Work with Venus and Libra. Definitely take the time to work with Venus and Libra. Like I said, see where it's moving through in your chart and try to see how you can alchemize that energy for the greater good. Okay. So next we have Mercury in Scorpio, sextile Pluto in Capricorn. And then we also have Mercury entering Sagittarius during this time with the November 9th energy. Honestly, I feel like, because this is right before the Scorpio new moon, honestly, I feel like that this energy can be a little, I mean, it's a sextile, so I think it's really good. But I think with Mercury and Scorpio, it can feel with Mercury and Scorpio, it can feel like you are kind of being pulled, like, because Mercury wants to communicate, right? Mercury wants to communicate something, and Scorpio's like, but I want to get all the way to it. Like, I want to get, like to the point of no return. And Pluto and Capricorn is literally just like literally wiping stuff out. Like, honestly, if Pluto and Capricorn was a hard drive, baby, it would be wiped. Like it would literally be wiped at that point. Because like I said, it's at the literal tail end of it's aiming on the tail end of its transit. So I feel like honestly, this and we're gonna keep going through it, but this Scorpio season would be a great time for. I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say that because it starts with a P, urge. That's the first thing I was thinking of, but my mind went completely left to somewhere else with another place and time and movie. But I think it would be a good time to like really and honestly and truly look at things for what they are, because Scorpio is like, I can see through all of this. I can get straight to the bottom of what this is. Whatever needs to be cleared in this time, whatever reparations um that need to be coming back to you, or something that you need to really make peace with, something that you need to really face, I think, or just get done. Scorpio season will give you the focus to take on whatever that is to do that. And aimed with Pluto and Capricorn, it'll really give you the energy to really jump into that for what it is and make those things happen. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius wants to expand. It's not really home in Sagittarius because it's home in Gemini and Virgo, but picking up some type of new language is really good for Mercury and Sagittarius. Um, even if it's multiple languages, doing something that has to do with like furthering your studies, or um, maybe you have like some type of spiritual practice that you've wanted to pick up, but you didn't know exactly how or which direction that you wanted to go into. Um, Something that has to do with you being able to build further on things, because Mercury and Gemini is more like actual factual. Okay, these are the facts. Okay, and then Sagittarius is like, okay, now that I know what I know, how can I really move forward with the information that I have? So Sagittarius is going to aid in this energy for sure. And it'll definitely be making some connections to Chiron and Aries this month, or maybe next month. Yeah, I think maybe next month. And then what else do we have? I feel like it's something else. In the North Node in Aries as well. So it's definitely going to be steamrolling this energy of like really trying to push things forward. Yes, alchemize energy for the greater good. And yes, Sag energy is all about expansion. Okay, then let's see what we have here. We have Sun. Oh, then we have Mercury in Sagittarius square Saturn in Pisces. Now, anytime we have squares, like I say, this is energy that usually creates some type of tension, because Pisces is mutability, Sagittarius is mutability, but they're both Jupiterian signs is the same. But it's like one of those energies that kind of like, one kind of can weigh out the other one can kind of weigh. So I would definitely say this is not a time if you are trying to super duper focus on something. I would definitely say maybe jump into something like creative, something that has to do with like some type of creative expression, um, because you might be kind of all over the place in this day. There might be a lot of energy over here, a lot of energy over there. So use this energy for something maybe to create, or and it doesn't have to be creation for something. You can just be doing it in the comfort of your own home, just to do, just to get that extra Jupiterian mutability energy out. Now we do have Sun in Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus. um this kind of goes back to the first week of the shakeup energy with the sun opposing, Uranus and Taurus. um It's gonna be a lot of changes this month. It's gonna be a lot of changes. Just looking at the astrology, especially with Uranus here. You might feel like you're going in one direction and then you completely get moved into the opposite direction with like there's no warning signs. There's no like, hey, maybe no. It's just like, oop, now you gotta pivot. Oop, now you gotta go this way. Oop, nope, now you gotta go this way. Nope, we're dropping this. Now you need to do this. So definitely ride that wave, y'all, when it comes to like shifting and moving things around, because this Uranus energy, like I said, even though Taurus is more stable and foundational, it Uranus and Taurus, I swear, it's like a earthquake. it like splits things apart. It's like, okay, now I gotta move these pieces so I can, so, and then Mars is gonna be there as well. So it's gonna try to put you in a direction. And when Mars is in Scorpio too, which is the next thing coming up, Mars and Scorpio trying Neptune and Pisces, is gonna want to put you in a different direction, or gonna want to have you focus on a specific direction and where you're going with that. Use this Mars and Scorpio energy for its higher frequency energies if you can, versus the detriment of the Mars and Scorpio energy, which can usually be very volatile. This is an energy that is not just passionate, but it can be, to a degree, very violent too. So try to use this energy that might feel a little um energy might feel a little brash, or if not brash, it might just feel, you might feel heated, hot. You might have a lot of sexual tension or sexual energy, like, and not sexual energy where you have to necessarily have sex, but sexual energy that you're just like, oh, I need to move this energy somewhere. Physical activity is definitely going to be in order this month as well. If you're not physically active, please get physically active with your body movement in any kind of way, especially when it comes to like your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. Definitely get or find a way to move, because we're moving also too into like, we're in fall, but we're moving kind of into winter season as well. A lot of times, what comes up is seasonal depression for a lot of people. It's starting to get really cold outside for a lot of people. So you just make sure not only are you like physically moving your body, but be surrounded by bright colors if you can. Try to get some like really nice light in the house if you can, like some sun or some, whatever, window light and things like that coming in your house. Um, Scorpio can also be an energy of like isolation as well. So if you feel yourself getting or wanting to be alone, that's okay if you want to be alone, but try not to get so fixed into your cocoon that you don't come out. So just try to, um if you, like I said, if you need that alone time, definitely take the alone time. Nobody's like, I'm not trying to force anybody to like really go out there and, be out and moving and things like that. I'm just saying, like, when you can, if you got somebody you could call or reach out to, definitely do it every now and then to kind of come up out for air, is what I'm saying for that. Now, we have now November 13th is the new moon in Scorpio. And I'm pretty it's gonna be intense. I feel like the new moon in Scorpio is gonna be pretty intense. Um, as we know, even though Scorpio is Platonic ruled, it's ruled by Mars as well. Its ancient ruler is Mars, and it's also a warrior and a war god, especially with Aries energy too. Um, this whole month is gonna be intense, but the new moon kind of like, I feel like, sets the bar with this energy, just with Scorpio and this energy kind of being like very and just more intensified, or what, if you will, more potent, if you will. So that's why I'm gonna just go ahead and say, first of all, see where it's happening specifically in your chart. See where Scorpio is actually being placed, or where it's moving in your chart. But I'll say this: if y'all can have some time alone during the Scorpio new moon, I would highly suggest it. Just to have time to like yourself, your thoughts. Really, just, I'm not saying if you got to be around people during this time, by all means. It just, this energy might feel, the first thing that's actually coming to my mind, for real, I'm not gonna lie to you, is when like elections, like when everybody be riled up. It's not to say that there's elections going on, but it just feels very much so like people being riled up about who's going to be this and who's going to be that, and like really like, so if you can, just, especially if you have like if you're very sensitive, to the point where you like can really pick up on a lot of people's energy and stuff like that, I would just suggest maybe like, if you can, just find some alone time during this time, with this new moon in Scorpio. Now, because it is something that is new that's happening, we're entering into another phase, of course, but I would definitely take this time to yourself and figuring out exactly what it is, what's going on in that mental mind of yours, especially with Mercury and Scorpio and Mars and Scorpio. What's going on in this mind? What's going on with your emotions? What's going on with your body? What's going on inside of you, and really get into the bottom of what that is without using things, like I said again, to escape, or things to just try to lessen this intensity that I know that we're all collectively feeling together. So I definitely want to say that for this new moon in Scorpio. Now, let me go down to week 3. We will have the Mars in Scorpio, because this is going to be the 21st. So I'm going to move right on along to this energy. I know we have a full moon. The full moon in Gemini is also to add fuel to the fire. We have a new moon in Gemini at the end of, or the full moon in Gemini at the end of the month, and we'll get to that. Wow, so crazy. We have Mars in Scorpio on the 21st, sextile Pluto in Capricorn. This is definitely strategic and strategizing, for sure, with this energy. Sun in Sagittarius, square Neptune in Pisces. Now, I will say this last week of November, from the 23rd, and I would even say around to the 27th, it's going to be a little funky dunky. Okay. It's going to be a little, it might be, like I said, I already told y'all that this month is going to be pretty intensified, but I just like to think sometimes with, you could use this energy how you want to play it, but sometimes it can feel this energy intensifying, because there might be a lot of soapbox energy. And when I say that, it might be like people putting themselves on a soapbox of like, this is what it is, this is what I know, this is what y'all are not doing, this is what it is. So just be careful, especially when it comes to like debate and debacles, specifically that have to do with anything, even online as well. Anything that has to do with online TV. Pisces also rules, I just want y'all to understand, it rules the media, it rules the TV programming, right? It rules the matrix that we're currently navigating in right now. So things might seem, the things that you see are not always there. They're not always real. So you have to be in a place, which I'm glad, that's why I said I'm glad Saturn is going direct, because with retrograde, it's kind of like it kind of like creates a cover over it. But now that it's direct, you have to be able to discern what's really real and what's really not. And that's up to you. That's only you that's going to be able, only you can prevent forest fires for real. But only you going to be able to like, determine what's really real and what's not. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind as we do move into the end of the month, and these times, that there's going to be some information that's going to be coming out. There's going to be news coming out, which we see it all the time, right? But I'm not just talking about, like I said, TV programming, but even on the internet, that stuff is going to be revealing itself, and everything you see is not real. Everything that is spoken, or people are like, I swear by it, this is it's not always real. We're in the middle of information warfare, censorship warfare as well. And there's going to be a lot of misinformation, which brings me actually to the full moon in Gemini. We know that full moons are something that like literally cuts things off, things that are ending. But this energy, especially with Mercury, this Gemini energy, this mercurial energy, it can be like a quick moving, fast moving, this being put out here, this being put out there, this information here, information there, you know what I mean, to the point where you like, wait, shoot, I mean, they were saying this one day, and then the next day they were saying this, and then next day this was happening, and then so it could cause a little, and full moons is pretty major too, just the moon energy is pretty major too, just kind of how combustive it can be in this energy. And so there can just be a lot of Mercury doing the dance, the Gemini doing the little Gemini dance with regards to information and things like that. I will say with the full moon in Gemini, when we are talking about just information and things like that, there could be some type of news that could surround whatever section of your chart this is specifically, around something like information that you're getting from somebody else, or maybe like a neighbor, or maybe like brother and sister, or maybe just people that you're in connection with. There may be news coming to you about that specific area in your life. There, because Gemini is the messenger. So, but this particular message could definitely be about something like maybe just coming to a close, or ending something, or things breaking apart and going their separate ways, or just something that has to do with an end. And like I said, because we are going to be moving into Sagittarius season at the end of the month, it will be making connections to Chiron and Aries, and also the North Node in Aries as it moves through this energy. I don't think it's at the end of the month. It might be towards December, beginning of December. Not really sure exactly when it is, but things are going to start. They're already been intensified, but things might just kind of like bubble over in this month. November is hot. It's hot. I know Scorpio is a water sign, but it's really hot. It's really, the block is hot for real. So I just want y'all to be just weary, especially how you give your energy, like what you're giving your energy to, who you're giving your energy to. Scorpio is very big for that, like preserving their energy when it comes to people, situations, and things. Um, and then, like I said, Saturn is in Pisces right now. So Saturn's about to be going direct into Pisces. So it's going to be asking people to have boundaries in these particular areas of their lives, or wherever Pisces is in your chart. And I just want y'all to keep that in mind as we move through November. The triggers will be high, especially with Mars in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, and Mercury in Scorpio. The triggers will be very high. And people are not going to be in a let's talk this out kind of place. People, like I said, because things are bubbling up to the surface with Scorpio pulling everything out, this could be just an energy that people are just a little bit more, it's just intensified. I'll just say that. Just, so that's what I'm saying. Just try to, if you can, remain physically active. If I don't know why, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. I don't know why that just came to me. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. I'm not saying that you don't say it. I'm just saying, like, how you say things. I don't want anybody like tiptoeing with the South Node in Libra. I don't want nobody tiptoeing over their words, but just finding better ways to communicate with your people, different ways to communicate with each other. That could be another thing that's coming up for the full moon in Gemini, especially like we talk about just Mercury energy, is ending a way that maybe you used to communicate, and then finding another way. Like, okay, you know what? Instead of me talking like this, or instead of me responding like this, maybe maybe I could talk about this instead. Maybe I can approach this situation like this instead. So I just want y'all to hang tight. Definitely know that these planetary energies are only to help and support you, regardless how they might look on the outside. And you already know what it is. Before I close this whole thing on out, probably give it like 2-3 minutes. Did anybody have any questions about anything? Did anybody want to go over anything personally? Did anybody want to get clarity about anything? And thank y'all for being here, for y'all that came through for it too. But that's all I'm going to touch on for November. And like I said, this week we will be going over the moon energy with past lives and then we'll be talking about the divine feminine in terms of like the mothership of the moon energy and things like that. So we can really set in and get some healing because we need it. Get some healing. Get into that baby in you. Hey Scorpio, happy birthday Scorpio. Baby Barkley. Thank you Stray. Thank you Existence. Thank you Andre. Did y'all want to yeah, if y'all have any questions, please ask for sure. I would love to answer any questions that you had. I know y'all probably wanted the all signs, but I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna do the all signs. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about this month for sure. Yes, I still do birth chart readings. All my information, if you go to my link tree, I don't even think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but if you go to linktree/Rainy all my information is there. I will be dropping a new website this week. But yes, I still do birth chart readings, definitely. I was doing a lot of birth chart readings in person, actually. I was living in New Orleans for the past year, and I was doing a lot of in-person stuff there. I love in-person readings. I do. I love them so much, but I definitely have been, working on doing more stuff online and things like that. But I had a lot of fun with the in-person readings and things like that. If you type in Linktree/A Rainy Storm, I don't think I put any of the Linktree stuff in the live or anything like that. But yeah, if you type in the Linktree, it's linktr.ee/A Rainy Storm, and then you can find me up in there. And then my Linktree. You also, if you go to my Instagram, my Linktree is in there. I think Facebook, my Linktree should be on there too. But I'll definitely put it in the description after I'm done with this video for my Linktree. But yeah, I'm still doing those. Had a lot of fun with that. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a Saturn return too. Like I said, a Saturn return recap. Not too much though, not too much, but definitely doing like a Saturn return, talking about a little couple things here and there. But yeah. Ooh, I think if y'all don't have no questions, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, what's the thing called? Oh, the poll is on the community page on YouTube. If you go to my channel and then you go to the community slide, I got the days up: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If there's a particular day that you like, hey, if you could go live this day, I'll be free to come through and go live with you. You could definitely do the poll there. And then if you also would like to drop a time that would be best for y'all, let me know. Because I'm definitely, like I said, looking to do more lives during the month and stuff like that. Thank you, Barbara Saint. Are you a Pisces rising too? Shout out to my Pisces risings. Shout out to all the rising signs, but shout out to my Pisces risings. Oh yeah, it's gonna be trivial. We're gonna be going to work. We're gonna be going to work this month. A lot of work. Definitely. A lot of work for Pisces, all my Pisces risings out there. Especially like in the expansion space. kind of like where you going, where you want to go, what you want to do. It's definitely going to be a lot of stuff going on too when it comes to communication as well in this month. Letting go of some outdated communications or courses, classes, writings, poetries, whatever you got going on or ever want to put out. Some Pisces risings could also be learning a new language, especially with that opposition to Taurus over there. Some Pisces risings could even be moving this month as well. Moving to another place or making plans to move to another place. It could be some Pisces risings also moving, if not moving in the U.S., also moving overseas as well, or doing business overseas. Also, with Sag season, is definitely going to be a lot of work family stuff going on too. So just trying to find balance between the family life and working and getting some things going on. Big plans. Well, congratulations, Barbara, to the big plans. Definitely, it's going to be definitely a huge month for Pisces risings. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I will say. I feel like this is going to be like a game-changing month. If you don't let the Scorpio energy drag you down a black hole, then it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be that for sure. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to get on my horse again. I am on my horse again. Yes, a lot of action and trying new things. And staying focused on those things too. Because that's what Scorpio trying to do. It's like, okay, Capricorn too. It's like, what we doing? How we moving? What we got going on? For real. Okay, y'all. Well, shoot. If y'all ain't got no more questions, comments, concerns, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this stream on up. Like I said, this month or this week, we gonna start the Moon and Past Lives series. Talking about that and the divine feminine in relationship to the mothership and what that looks like. And that'll probably start. I told myself it was gonna start. I told myself it was gonna start Wednesday, but I'm probably gonna start dropping. I remember when I first started, I was doing drops Monday through Thursday, but now I'm gonna try to see about just dropping like Thursday through the weekend. Just try to do like a couple, and I just like to have y'all waiting. I like to have y'all like, okay, I would drop every day, but I like for y'all to have to be like, okay, when is she coming? When she about to drop that? When she about to drop that? So I'll probably be dropping, like I said, Thursday through Sunday, for that, and we'll start like we did before. We'll start with Aries through who number 4? Cancer. Yeah, we'll probably start with Aries through Cancer for the first week, and then each week we'll do this different sets of 4 for the next couple signs and stuff like that. Do y'all want me to do? I was doing animal totems and stuff like that. Would y'all want me to bring that back? Was y'all feeling that? Or do y'all want me to chill? Oh, oh! I feel like my weave just came out. Y'all is not supposed to see that. I feel like my whole wig just went back, girl. Y'all ain't see that. Yes, no, maybe so. Ow. Yeah, yeah. Is it a yeah or a nah? A yeah or a nah? Thank you so much, Barbara. Why am I really struggling with this background? Y'all did not see that. Ew. Okay. All right. Well, I could talk about what I like all day long, trust me. But I really be trying to be considerate and stuff. I be trying to be considerate and ask y'all what y'all like and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, well, what do y'all want to see? What y'all want to do? Because sometimes I'll be like, well, I want to talk about this. So here's what I'm gonna. But okay. I will. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue with the monthlies. So you'll get the monthlies of astrology, and then we'll really just dive in all in with the teaching, and we'll keep it pushing from there. Okay. And if anything switches up, I'm gonna probably put like a suggestion box on my website or something like that. And it's like topics that y'all want to talk about. I definitely pull that out. But first off, we're gonna start with the healing. Okay. We're gonna get into the moon signs. We're gonna really push it out, pull it out. It might be some things that come up. Okay. I want y'all honestly, this is what I'll leave y'all with. Okay. I'm gonna leave like y'all with some homework. And then once we get to the moon signs, which if you want to learn about other ones too, I would definitely highly suggest that, especially if you're interested in learning astrology. But really take the time, whatever your moon sign is. You can, if you want to look up stuff for your moon sign, you can, but look into your moon, where your moon is placed, right? What house your moon is placed in and what sign it's in. And I want y'all to write out every single thing that comes to mind about this moon sign. If you have no idea what your moon, like if you're like, I really don't know too much about your moon sign, you can go look into it. I highly suggest you do. But also, if you'd like to wait for me to explain, I'm here too. But I would definitely love to I would love for y'all to like really get into what it means. Um just just knowing and understanding it on a deeper level. And then so when we come back and we start learning about these different moon signs in full of their past lives and also like I said the relationship with the mother, you can kind of get like a full scope of what we're going to be talking about. But I'm going to go into it all anyway. So I guess y'all could just wait on me. I mean, I know it's what y'all want to do anyway. So all right, y'all. I'm gonna let you go. I'm just trying to run my mouth. I'm hungry as ever. So I'm about to go get me something to eat. And I will see y'all Thursday through Sunday. And we're gonna go ahead and get this series popping off. Starting with Aries and ending with Cancer. Big love to you. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, everybody. Baby Barkley. Who is it? Who is it again? Stray Existence. Thank y'all so much for coming through. And whoever else has just popped up in the live and things like that. But like I said, I will see y'all soon. And you already know what it is. It's a rainy storm checking in, checking out without a doubt. I'll see y'all soon.